Here are the answers to the 622 review preview. Problem 58, use the graph the triangle below. Multiply the y coordinate of each point by 4, then graph the new shape. Make sure to connect your points. List the points of the new shape. Are the two figures similar? Why or not? So we're just multiplying the y by 4. So 1, 3 is going to become 1, 12. 4, 2 is going to become 4, 8. And -2 is going to become -2, -8. So some of these points are going to come off our graph. So 112 would be like way up here. 4, 8 would be like right there approximately. And -2, -8 would be down here. So our shape now look like this. So are the two figures similar? So we could say no, they are different shapes. So you could have also said that they are different angles, anything to show that they're not similar. So Lucia is famous for her delicious brownies, which she sells at football games. The graph at right shows the relationship between the number of brownies she sells and the amount of money she earns. How much does she charge for 10 brownies? Be sure to demonstrate your reasoning. So the first thing I did was figure out how much she sells one brownie for. So I did 21.6 divided by 12 and got $1.80. So then I did $1.80 times 10, yet that she sells them for $18. During the last football game, Letitia made $34.20. How many brownies did she sell? So we know she makes $1.80 for each one. So I did $34.20 divided by $1.80 and got 19 brownies. Problem 60, figure 3 of a tile pattern has 11 tiles, while figure 4 has 13. The pattern goes at a constant rate. So I know it's going up by 2 each time. So when I write my equation, I'm going to do 2 times x, because that's my growth. And then figure 3 is 11, so I know figure 2 is going to be 2 less, which is 9. Figure 1 is going to be 2 less than that, which is 7. So that means the 0 figure will be 5, so I'm going to add 5. So then part B says, which figure number will contain 1,015 tiles? So that would be y, so I get 2x plus 5 equals 1,015. Minus 5, 2x equals 1,010. So I get 505. So figure. Problem 661, normally the longer you work for a company, the higher your salary per hour. Hector surveyed the people at his company and placed his data in the table below. Use Hector's data to estimate how much he makes, assuming he would work at the company for 12 years. So I just continued the table to do mine. I'm sure there's another way to do it. That was just my method. So I know it's going up, if I look between 6 and 7, it's going up by 75 cents each year. So 8 would be $12.25. 9 was 13. 10 was $13.75. 11 was $14.50. And 12 was $15.25. So that's the answer. So then C says, Hector is hiring a new employee who will work 20 hours a week. How much should the new employee earn for the first week? So $7, how much do they make after they've been at the company for a year? So you have to go back 75 cents. So they're going to make $6.25 an hour times 20, which ends up being $125. 62, Mr. Greer solved the equation as shown below. However, when he checked his solution, he did not make the original equation true. Find his error, then correct his solution. So he did not, his error was right here. He didn't distribute it to both the 2x and the -3. So we would rewrite it as 4x equals 16x minus 24. So we're going to still end up with -12x, but it's going to equal -24. So X actually equals 2. 63, the box plot below shows the different grades and percents that students in Mrs. Sanchez's class earned on a recent test. What's the median? So median is the line in between the box, so it's 80. The highest score was 100. The lowest score was a 55. So did most students earn a particular score? How do you know? The answer is we don't know, because we don't know what the data points are. We just know what part of the data looks like. We know what the middle number was, we know what lowest number was, we know what the middle of the middle number was, but we don't know the exact numbers. If Mrs. Sanchez has 32 students in her class, about how many students earned a grade of 80 or higher? So half earned a grade 80 or higher, because we can tell that from the box below survey, so it would be 16. About how many earned more than 90? So a quarter did, which would be half of 16, or 8. And then the last question says, can you tell if the scores between 80 and 90 were closer to 80 or closer to 90? And the answer is no. We don't know the data points. Data values, because, so a box whisker plot shows us the midpoint, and we know that there's scores between 80 and 90 right here, but we know there's 8 of them, but in that 8 scores, they could all be anything between 80 and 90. They could all be 81. They could all be 89. We have no idea where they are.